ESL Visalia, let's get started with our opening song.
No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, there's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. God in us recognizes the God in you, God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. Come, let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come and love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Hands together. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. God in us recognizes the God in you, God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open. It's open for you. This door is open. Oh, this door is open. Oh, this door is open. I said this door is open to you.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to CSL Visalia. We're so grateful that you all came out to join us today. And whether you're here in the sanctuary or visiting us through our online presence, we really appreciate you taking your time this morning to spend your morning with us. We have a wonderful, wonderful speaker today. We have Greta, and I don't want to mess up her last name, and I do apologize for that, Sesheta, and I'm so sorry, I'm not looking at it, but she's a fantastic speaker. She's been here with us before, and I know you're going to enjoy her. So please just settle in, and we are going to have our first song for, no? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. We're going to go into our announcements this morning. Thank you so much, Donna.
Good morning, our small but mighty group today. So glad to see you all. Let's go to announcements. Did you see all the goodies that came into our box today? Janice brought in 3 bags, and Bruce brought in another bag, and somebody else brought another bag. So I emailed, I texted Bev to come pick it up and take it over to FoodLink, because that's great that we're doing wonderful things and getting food to people who maybe don't have a lot of food this weekend. So I'm sure we'll still take some next week. Willie says he's got all kinds of cans at home, so one more week and keep bringing the goodies. This is what we're going to do for Explorers in 2 weeks on the first Sunday in December. We're going to read this little book called The Story of the Other Wise Men. Have any of you ever heard of it? Oh, except, of course, Carol knows. I read a synopsis of it online. It's delightful. It's another wise man who never made it to Bethlehem, but he did all these amazing things instead. And so it's a short book. I found it online. You can read the whole thing just online, or you can get the book. This is what I saw online. It must be an old book. But that's going to be our discussion for Explorers this month, and I hope a lot of you will want to join us. I think it sounds like a wonderful book, and we'd love to have you in the discussion. Craft Night. We did some great things at Craft Night on Wednesday. We're going to have 2 more before our big holiday fair. So this Tuesday, instead of Wednesday because of Thanksgiving, so Tuesday at 5:30, and then the following Wednesday at 5:30, we're going to be making goodies, and the next slide shows you what we're going to be doing. So here's the group making boxes, little trinket boxes last week, and the next slide shows close-up of one of them. There's Greta making her little heart box, and they're all up here on the table with the books. Come on and look at them and help us make them. And next Tuesday, we're going to be making poinsettias out of all those wonderful paper rolls that you brought us. In fact, we had so many paper rolls, we can make them for the next 4 or 5 years, I think. But I think it'll be fun. And so I hope you'll come Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, or the following Wednesday, or both. And it's fun. We sit around and laugh and try to make good-looking crafts to sell. So here's one more thing we want for our Christmas fair. And I don't know if it was Lori or Gaitha came up with this idea. You know, everybody, at least I do, have all kinds of Christmas decorations at home that I've given up on, I don't use anymore, but they're still in pretty good shape. So we thought, let's bring those in, and we'll just sell them for, you know, a couple dollars or $5. You'll get rid of all those boxes in your garage or in your attic you don't want anymore, and maybe someone will want them. So this is just a sample of the kinds of things you want. Start bringing them Sunday. We need them for First Friday on the 5th, and then on our Christmas fair on the 6th. And of course, we're hoping that you'll all come. I tried making flyers today. The copier is not working at all, but they're on the back table. So you might take a few. I'm going to go to someplace, Office Depot, and make some good ones. So take a few, put them up wherever you can put them up. We'll get it on Facebook, and then you can share it and like it so we get people knowing that we're doing this. And I wanted to do, here's the books again. The books are still on the table. They're still for sale. And the original plan was we were going to use the money we made to go towards our new TV. But if you notice, thanks to Willie, we have a new big TV. Willie couldn't stand that little TV that we put up here when the big one wasn't working, and so he bought us a new one. So that was very nice, very sweet, and we're back in business. But the books are still available. So we're going to have a congregational informal meeting on Zoom this Friday, day after Thanksgiving, 12 noon. Come on and just come on to the board meeting link. This is people who have been talking to me and say, we should do this. I wish we did this. How come we're not doing this? Now's the time to talk. Reverend Jack will be there. We'll be listening. We'll just share our ideas, plans. Hopefully we'll have, you know, we sign at the town hall, we sign those little letters, what we want to do. Hopefully we'll have that synopsis to see what we're going to do. So put it on your calendar, 12 noon this Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Come in on Zoom and the board meeting link, and we'll see what people have to say. And Reverend Jack has put together a great fundraising, year-end fundraising for us. You know, we used to always do a pledge at the end of the year, so we'd know what we have for the budget. So we'd know how much money was being pledged that we can come in. So he's starting it off with a Giving Tuesday, which is December 2nd. So if you plan to give, you can give it. You're going to have a little letter telling you exactly how to do it. And then you'll also be getting a letter in the mail, the real mail, about how you can pledge for next year. So it's going to be wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. We're starting off the year right, and we're getting organized, and we're getting good. And so I hope you'll all participate. And I'll give it back to Gwen.
Thank you so much for that, Donna. And I just wanted to point out that the Giving Tuesday is something that most centers do. We hadn't been taking part in it, but it is time that we step up and take our place in the light as well and do Giving Tuesday, which always follows Black Friday. So it's a standard procedure. It's nothing new. It wasn't created by us, but we definitely want to take part in it. So thank you so much for that, Donna. Okay. So we're going to go on to now. We're going to do our mission statement. And I'd like everybody to read this along with me, please. Center for Spiritual Living Visalia is a place everyone comes together, connecting in love and learning how to create abundant, joyful, and peaceful lives. Thank you. So we're going to have our first song. by our band. Thank you so much. We come together.
All right. Hey, can you guys be our drummer? Let's get our blood flowing. Start with it. Here we go. That helps. There we go.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, come together, we come together, come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, come together, we come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, come together, we come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, come together, we come together, we come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. For every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God and each other. Hey, take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Now hear the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Yeah, we come together. We come together. We come together. We come together. Come together. Come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together. Come together. We come together. Come together. We come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. We come together. Come together. We come together in the name of love. Let's come together. 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 We come together in the name of love.
Thank you so much, our wonderful, wonderful band. We have Kevin, we have Hope, and we have Don. We love you all. Thank you so much. So we were going to keep on moving, and we go to the next stage. So the first thing, we're going to go to the next thing, which is our mission, not our mission statement. I'm so sorry. You have to forgive me. Our I believe statement, which is our principle statements. We have 13 of them in CSL, and each week we take a look at a different one. So I'm hoping that you're starting to see the theme. We take the mission statement, we talk about it here, but we also, as part of our message, when you hear the minister speaking, they're usually speaking on whatever it is that's our principle for that week. So the statement for today, if you'd like to read it with me, we believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny, for we understand that life of all is God. Thank you. So we're going to go next to Lynn, who I believe is bringing us our diversity quote for today.
I'm one winging it. Good morning. I'm Lynn, and I want to do something a little bit different this morning. So instead of popping up a quote and giving you a little story, I've decided to share a story that I came across that inspired me so much that I just had to find a way to work it into the diversity section this morning. So I have a script here because I didn't want to lose some of those spiritual principles as I talk. So I will read it. The theme for today is My Life is God's Life. Now, what that means to me is the divine presence that lives in every person, no matter where they were born, what color their skin, or what they've been through. Each one is an expression of God. This morning, I want to do something a little different, like I said already, and I want to share the story of a man whose life began in slavery and ended in honor and abundance. It's a story that affirms that diversity, equity, and inclusion can bring about magical co-creation. His story inspired me so much that it was easy relating to the spiritual principles that we aspire to in Science of Mind. I don't know this man's spiritual beliefs, but looking at the life he created, I believe he aspired to the same principles as we believe. Slide 1, please. So his name is Daniel Webster 80 John Wallace. He was called 80 John by reputation because the rancher he worked for the longest used the brand 80 on his cattle. Now, Daniel was born enslaved in Texas just before the Civil War began. And as a boy, he watched cowboys riding out on cattle drives, and he longed to be one of them. Cowboy work was not glorious or glamorous. It was low status, dangerous, and brutal. As a black man in Texas during the decades after slavery ended, Daniel's life was shaped by racism, poverty, and limited opportunity. But somehow he knew there was more to life than the circumstances he was born into. He listened to an inner voice that guided him forward. When Daniel finally got work as a cowboy, he didn't get a glory job. The work was brutal, exhausting. He did the hardest, dirtiest tasks. The grunt work without the glory. He kept his mouth shut, head down, and worked harder than anyone else. Over time, this earned him deep respect from the white cowboys and ranchers that he worked for. Now, at this time in history, few cowboys, whether white or black, could read or write. Daniel realized that if he wanted a different life, he needed to grow beyond what was common. So, as a grown man, he went back to school and sat in a classroom with second graders and learned his ABCs. That took courage and faith in himself. So he got noticed. The rancher that used the brand 80 formed great respect for Daniel, recognizing his integrity and his skill. So instead of using Daniel as cheap labor, he chose to become an ally and a partner. They agreed that each month, 3/4 of his pay would be held back by his boss and invested in cattle. He helped Daniel start a small herd and allowed him to graze them on his land. Slowly, Daniel saved his wages towards future land purchases. This is an actual picture of his ranch, and that's Daniel standing there with his horse. In that era, their partnership across racial lines was extraordinary, long before we had the words diversity, equity, and inclusion. Over the years, Daniel bought his land, built his ranch, and raised a family. He became very well respected in the cattle industry and by his brother cowboys. Here's an example. One time, they heard he was on the same train as them, so they left the white section and went back to ride in the colored car in order to reminisce about their times together on the trail. When he died, he was not only a wealthy rancher, but a man of honor, faith, and generosity. He gave back to his community. He supported schools and churches and created a legacy that continues today. His offspring still ranch on that land. His estate was estimated at the time of his death to be worth over $1 million. And his property, good timing, grew to include 8,800 acres. Can you imagine that? So, to bring this story back to our theme of My Life is God's Life, to me, Daniel's story serves as an example that no one is just their circumstances. Under every label, black, white, enslaved, poor, uneducated, there is a divine life seeking expression as dignity, courage, and wholeness. Daniel's story shows how spirit works through relationships. A black cowboy and a white rancher saw beyond the principles or the prejudices of their time and built something greater together. And it shows that when we study, grow, and heal, we allow the divine to expand its expression through us. Every life is God's life. Every story is sacred. And when we stand for diversity, equity, and inclusion, we are participating in the divine expression of love and unity. May we, like Daniel Webster, 80 John Wallace, listen to that inner call of spirit, rise above labels, and work together across all differences to build a world that reflects God's dream for each of us. Thank you.
That was such a treat. Thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate you. I'm just going to stand right here because we're going to go to our congregational song. So if you're able and willing, please stand up and join in, and we will hear from our wonderful band. Thank you. Oh, and then after the band, we will go right into Reverend Greta doing her talk for us today. Thank you very much.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide to show me all that I must do. I used to think that God was the sun, God is the sun. But God's so much more than the earth or the stars are all of creation. God is creation, and all, needing us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide to show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must I do? Command my life, it's here for you. God's the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. And God needs us to shine His light. And God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all
Good morning. I am Reverend Greta Sesheta. I'm so delighted to be with you again. It's been quite a while. I feel very welcome here. Thank you. I'd like to invite us just into a moment of centering together. Close your eyes if you like. Most important part is that we are recognizing the power and presence that is God, that is everywhere. It is all good, all knowing, all loving, everywhere present, right where we are. Each of us is made in the spiritual image and likeness, and out of this presence, each of us is a unique expression here to reveal and fulfill a divine and perfect purpose. From this purview, we see that all is well, that all things are working together for the highest, for the greatest good, and that we are instruments. We are the connection between heaven and earth. We are the instruments of the divine. We give thanks for this and know that everything we do and say this day is to the glory of God. We release and let go and let this be so by simply saying, and so it is. Amen. Again, thank you so very much for the opportunity to be here with you, to recognize this power and presence with you, and to speak with you this day on the idea of my life being the life of God, your life being the life of God, our lives being the life of God. And as Thanksgiving is here in another 4 days, no matter what else is going on in the universe and our personal lives, there is this traditional time that comes. And I'd just like to share for a moment a reading by my friend, Reverend Nora Jean Hagen, who was a agape practitioner with me at Agape. And this is a piece that she wrote called Thanksgiving Blesses and Multiplies. And so Reverend Jean writes, Thanksgiving is more than a day. It's a way of seeing life. It's a way of living life. When we give thanks, our hearts open, our spirits lift, and the blessings around us begin to shine even brighter. When Thanksgiving becomes ingrained in us, our lives expand and we attract more blessings into our lives. Gratitude transforms the ordinary, the extraordinary. It reminds us that even in simple things, kind word, a shared meal, a quiet moment of peace, there is abundance waiting to be recognized. When we remember that events and circumstances are congealed thoughts and beliefs that have manifested in our outer world, we do not allow these events and circumstances to control our emotions or our consciousness. And when we give thanks, we create room for more good to come in. Because Thanksgiving blesses and multiplies every word of gratitude, every act of kindness, every gesture of love sends ripples of blessing out into the world and back again. When we give thanks in everything, we allow our awareness to go beyond the events and the circumstances and to see the divine order that is behind everything. We remember that we are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe governed by spiritual law. We know that the spiritual laws that govern the universe are the same spiritual laws that govern our lives. We know that we can trust that everything is unfolding for our good. And so may this season remind us that gratitude is not the end of giving. It's the beginning of more. More joy, more peace, more connection, more grace. Invite more joy, more peace, more connection, more grace, and definitely more love into your life through your grateful and your thankful heart. Reverend Nora Jean Hagen. I just think it's important during this time of realizing that the life that we live is the life of God, especially during this time, this season. It's like the opening of the seasons of the holiday time. And sometimes coming into this season, we feel like We need to show up in a certain kind of way so that other people can be comfortable with us. And we tend to put our feelings about things and our awareness that really we are the life of God in expression, and that everything happens to us, happens through us, and for us. And so at this time, it's a time, we gather together in Thanksgiving usually, or sometimes we want to be more to ourselves and not in a big group, but depending whatever it is, the more times we go around the sun, the more memories we have of Thanksgiving. And um, the Thanksgiving that I will never forget, when I was a little girl, my father cooked two things. He cooked the turkey at Thanksgiving and the fruitcake at Christmas. And one Thanksgiving, he made this special dressing for the turkey, and it was so hard that we could not get it out of the bird to eat it. We had to like chisel it out. And I'll never forget that one Thanksgiving. This is a different, every Thanksgiving is different. And I'm sure that you have Thanksgivings that you remember. And I'm certain that there's a way that this Thanksgiving is different because there's something that has changed. And in my family, there are people that have family members that won't be at Thanksgiving this year, who were there last year. And by the same token, there will be some people at Thanksgiving this year that weren't there last year because they weren't born. So there is this ebb and flow of life. It is one life, it is one magnificent life. And things look a certain way to us as we're experiencing them. But that's not the way that the Spirit of God knows. The Spirit of God is wholeness, it's perfection, it is peace, it is love. It only knows itself. It doesn't know the events and the circumstances that we're passing through. So this Thanksgiving can be like a potluck. In the olden days, people would travel from place to place and they didn't know really where they would end up when. And so sometimes people would come unexpectedly. And whatever was in the pot, because there was hospitality, would be shared. And so they were hoping for the luck of the pot. If they were lucky, there was something delicious to be shared. And if they were not so lucky, then maybe there was just potato chips. But on our idea, the present day potluck, everybody brings something to the occasion. Each of us brings something, and we also bring ourselves. And we can't really dismiss or reject or forget about the feelings that we're having, the thoughts that we're having, the memories that are being shared when we come. And maybe you've had the experience of knowing somebody that felt left out or let down in some way, and you're wanting them to feel happy. It's the holidays. You're wanting everybody to join in. And you feel like you should be one of those people that joins in also. But we've forgotten who we are and whose we are and in whose image we're created, and the experiences that we're going through in a non-dualistic way, not looking at, well, this is good and this is bad and this is more and this is less. And there are those bad people and there are these good people, seeing that we are all people of God, seeing that we can honor and respect the things that we're moving through, the opportunities that we're having to grow. The opportunity that everyone is entitled to is the opportunity to give thanks, to be in gratitude for everything, not to be grateful for everything, but to be grateful in everything. Because there are things that we don't want to be grateful for, but in that experience, there is so much more in God whose life we're living than what is appearing in our life. And we have the opportunity to celebrate that awareness. Um, can we trust when we're moving through things and it's a special day like a Thanksgiving or Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever's coming up? Can we trust that we are living the life of God and in the mind of God it is all for the highest. It is all us growing and becoming more of who we are really meant to be this lifetime. Somehow along the way, we forget certain things as we're moving through life, and we end up trying to be strong, and not to show our vulnerability. We end up apologizing for our tears. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm crying, I didn't need to. Those tears have a right to their expression. They're a part of our divinity, the opportunity to cleanse and to clear and to let go. Sometimes we're trying to rush up our healing so that other people will feel more comfortable being around us. Sometimes we're comparing our situation to somebody else. Oh, they really have it bad, so I should be getting over this by now. I shouldn't still be stuck in this hard place. We learn to distract ourselves so that we don't feel the things that feel uncomfortable to us, rather than realizing they're a part of this life that is the life of God, that is unfolding, that is perfect exactly as it is. This life that we're living is whole, it ebbs, it flows, it's in balance. Sometimes it feels out of balance, but that has to do with our awareness of our ability to see beyond what's appearing on the horizon to the divine order that is above and below and around everything. I'm thinking about Emma Curtis Hopkins. She was called a teacher of teachers. She taught Ernest Holmes and many of the people that the different branches were beginning of New Thought. And she spoke about what she called the 12 gates. There's supposed to be 12 gates into the New Jerusalem, but her idea, these are 12 declarations of things that she thought and lived because she knew that her life was the life of God. I just wanted just to quickly share them with you, the 12 gates of Emma Curtis Hopkins. Um, and there are 12. This is something that I have learned to memorize because I find that memorizing something keeps it like foremost in my mind. And it is beginning to affect how I see life and how I respond to the circumstances and the events. Well, the first thing is that there is good for me. There's good for me and I deserve it and I ought to have it and I do have it. It's so simple. I'm not here to be eking out a living. There is good for me. And it is where I am. And the second thing is that there is no mixture of evil in my good. Now, she called evil, and she talked about sin. Sin is just the idea that we miss the mark. We threw the arrow and we missed the target. That's what sin is to her, and evil is a part of that. To me, evil is just living backwards. Evil spells live backwards. So when we turn things upside down from the way they're meant to be, then we get what I call evil. She says there's no mixture of evil in this good that is for me. It's not like a little of this and a little of that, and I got to roll with the punches. No, her idea, life was built on this idea of knowing that there's no mixture of evil in her good. And the third one is that God is all. God is all that there is. Even though there are some things that look like they're not of God, there is the smile of God. And we have a choice to turn the smile upside down and make it into a frown. But God didn't create it as a frown. And the frown is not eternal and it's not going to last forever. What is lasting forever is the all good of God. And God is all that there is, all good. The fourth thing is a matter of faith. And I love it. She says, I do believe that the true God is now working with me and through me and by me and for me to make me a living demonstration of omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient goodness. Omni meaning all, omnipresent everywhere God is, omnipotent, all powerful, omniscient, all knowing. That's what God is doing right now for me in this life that I'm living. It's what God is doing right now for you in the life that you're living. And the fifth one is she says, as the spirit within me, I can preach the gospel. I can heal the sick. I can cast out demons. I can raise the dead. I can take ideas that are dormant and bring them to life. How? Through this life of God that I'm living. And then the sixth thing she says, I understand the secret of instantaneous spiritual demonstration. I understand the secret. And so to me, I thought, well, what is the secret? And here comes her next thing. And this is really powerful, even though it seems very simple. She says, I hold no accusations against the people of God, meaning I don't blame anybody for anything. I'm not saying I'm agreeing with what they're doing or that I think that it's okay. I'm just saying I'm not accusing them. The master teacher told the woman, neither do I accuse you. It's not for us to use our energy, our mode of expression, to be accusing other people of things. We're here as an instrument to express the life of God, which is loving and whole and perfect and complete. And the Spirit of God does not accuse us, and we're not here to accuse the people of God. Who are the people of God? Everybody. We're all people of God, even though some people look like, oh, that is not our business. We get to choose where we put our attention because where we put our attention multiplies in our awareness. So she says, I hold no accusations against the people of God. And the eighth one is, I do not accuse the people of God of deceiving each other or of deceiving other people. And to make it really clear, she says, I do not accuse the people of God being sinners. No, God doesn't know anything about sinners. Why do I need to know anything? Why do I need to put my thoughts in that track of calling somebody, something that they're not? Number 10, she says, I do not believe in a mixture of good and evil in the universe. And we know that evil things happen and they do appear and there are those occurrences, but she doesn't believe in that as being something real. I'm learning more and more not to believe in evil mixed in the universe. I'm learning more and more to see it all as we see it, as the perfection of God unfolding. So there are just two more. Number 11, I do not admit that there is any foolishness or ignorance or weakness or old age failure in omnipresent, omnipotent omniscience. If everything is powerful, if everything is intelligent, if everything is present and it's good, how can there be these things? How can there be people that I think are foolish? How can there be weakness? How can I think that old age means that you just fall out and get decrepit and it's all over when life is eternal and this life that we're living is God's life? Here's the last one. The pure soul of every creature stands ransomed from sin, death, and sorrow by words of truth. That means that each one of us is saved, is ransomed, is healed from all of these so called negative things by the words of truth. And in our practice, in our path, we learn words of truth. You are part of this spiritual community because you believe in truth. And this is simply an opportunity to know what you believe. I guess it's really just all about reminding ourselves because we all forget sometimes. We forget what we say we believe and we get caught up in all the negativity and the social media and all the blah stuff. But we're ransomed by coming back to the truth. That's what we're doing here today, gathered this morning in this moment of truth and accepting the opportunity and the blessing, the opportunity to give thanks for this life that we are living right now. And so, as we started with an evocation that we're not calling in the Spirit of God is within us. revealing itself through and as this magnificent life that we are living. We give thanks. We give thanks for this life and for this way of life, for the opportunity to know and to follow and live the word and the will and the way of the divine. We give thanks for the opportunity to remember when we forget. We give thanks for the opportunity to choose what we choose to remember. We give thanks for the opportunity to show up as we are, instruments of the divine, here for God, here to reveal the life of God, whose life we live, and to recognize and remember that each of us is here living the life of God. And each of us belongs, and each of us is hurting and healing. Each of us may feel aloneness, but know that we're surrounded. Each of us has a place at the table that the Spirit of God has prepared before us. Spirit of God has prepared it before us in the presence of our enemies, and our enemies are just our thoughts that are off track, our thoughts that are forgotten, our thoughts that have been sidetracked. We give thanks for the opportunity to allow ourselves to be anointed, for the Spirit of God to anoint us with its oil, with its presence, and for us to allow the presence, the gifts, the love to overflow, to carry and bless us, even as it blesses each one. For this and for so much more, we are eternally grateful and thankful, and we simply allow it all to be so by saying, and so it is. Amen.
How could anyone ever tell you that you're anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to realize that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Thank you so much. That was absolutely amazing. I loved it. And I also just want to take a moment just to thank Reverend Greta. Her message was inspiring and powerful, and I'm so grateful for her stepping in and filling in for us today to bring that word to us. So, we will go forward now. Can I have our two ushers come forward? And if you'll turn around, face the speaker, the prompter behind us, we have our 50-day prosperity prayer, which has gone on for more than 50 days, but we're going to keep calling it forward. So let's read it together, please. Today I expect every good thing to come to me, for I know that divine abundance is forever manifesting itself in my affairs. I am keeping my whole mind and thought and expectation open to new experiences, to happier events, to a more complete self-expression. Everything that belongs to spirit, I accept. Everything that partakes of the nature of divine reality, I claim as my own. I identify with success and I prosper in everything I do. As I give thanks for the good now flowing into my life, I gladly share that good with others. The more I give, the more I receive. I experience a deeper consciousness of peace and security, for I know that I am in the embrace of a warm, loving presence. My cup runneth over. I exist in limitless possibility, and so it is. So if you'd like to donate to CSL Visalia and you're not here in the sanctuary, please go to cslvisalia.org and click on the donate button, or mail a payment, a check, money order to us directly here at 117 South Locust Street in Visalia, 93291. Thank you so much for your gifts. So we say together, we bless these gifts and give thanks for the good that all the good they will manifest. And so it is. Thank you so much. We have Reverend Greta coming back to do a benediction. Is that correct?
I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. As we leave this morning, we leave with a renewed understanding of who and whose we are, with a new resonance with the idea, with the opportunity to give thanks in all things, and to remember that the Spirit of God is living its life through and as each and every one of us. We recognize this everywhere we go. We bless one another until we meet again. We allow this to be so, and so it is. Amen.
We come forward, we'll join and have our peace circle, our peace song. Thank you.